Hi, this is Michael Venus. We're at Centre Never Apart, setting up for our winter exhibitions. Tonight's the Vernissage, and we're going to speak with some of the artists that helped make it happen. Another thing that I wanted to briefly talk about was the House of Venus and Wiggle 25-year retrospective anniversary exhibition, which is in our vitrine, which has a lot of the different posters, artifacts, and relics from the last quarter of a century from my art collective, the House of Venus, as we prepare for Wiggle 25.
I am Rojin Shafiei and I'm a video artist, and I mostly do single channel videos and video installations. The exhibition here, I present a video installation. It's a free channel videos, like it's an installation. So there are free clocks attached, there are free monitors first of all, and there are free clocks that are attached to each monitor. First of all, I'm going to talk about the concept of the piece, which is about the time freezing, stoppage of the time, and the number of free is repeating in the piece a lot. So first of all, like I would like to all the time says that the piece calls j'attends le temps. Although my French is not perfect, but I keep persisting that the piece calls j'attends le temps because there are free T in the piece, in the title. There are free monitors and there are free clocks. And the free clocks in the piece, they represent past, future, and present. And they're all fixed at 12 because 12 is the time of change. So it's about the time that you're feeling that time has been stopped for you and doesn't go forward. The piece, I usually express my feelings in my piece, but it comes from my feeling after my immigration to Canada. And on the other hand, because I was inspired by the quote of in the search of the time, lost time, Le Temps Perdu by Marcel Proust, that it says that the time that change people doesn't change the picture that we have from them, yeah, if I'm correct. So basically, it's about the time freezing, that when you leave a place, your mind stopped in that time, in that place, but the time usually change everything, but your mind stopped in that time. So basically, that's the concept of the piece. And so I told in the beginning that there are free clocks in the installation, and the free clocks are attached to each monitors, and they transfer the sound of the video to vibration. And why I am presenting this piece here and how, it's because I pitched this idea at Art Up Fest during the summer, and Art Up Fest is part of Startup Fest, and that was the first round that they were doing Art Up. And Never Apart, Dax was was one of the sponsors of the festival. So part of my prize, I was the winner of the prize, and part of my prize was to exhibit my piece in this beautiful space, which I love. Although my pieces are usually abstract, experimentals, I really want these abstract pieces. I want people to feel my feeling first of all, and the reason that I want people to hold the clocks and feel the sound through the vibration in their hands, or or I can say that I really want them to feel the time in their hands. So basically, I hope I can get, they can feel that in a way that I felt that.
So I'm Rihab Essayh. I make installation, but I really do a bit of all mediums, so video, photo, drawing, and paperwork. Delusions botaniques is a sort of complete work on this sort of ethereal artificial environment. So it's going to be combined with Jardin Automate, which is all paper, plastic paper installation with projection on it, and with des bionautes, which are just ladies walking on, and Jane, the original projection in front, all inspired a bit by the Biosphere 2, which was a sort of scientific experimentation in Arizona to sort of study how it would be to live in outer space, but in a confined environment. I hope people just sort of enjoy the environment, I want them to feel welcomed in the space, but the more they stay there, the more unsettling it becomes, and like completely honest in its artificiality, the spaces, because it is like aesthetically beautiful, but it's just nothing can live in that space. Not even like the character can interact with the viewer. They're sort of looking a bit at the viewer sometimes, but not really. Sort of like attract the viewer with this sort of aesthetic, but really have a sort of off-kilter, lingering feeling. This is what I'm hoping for.
Je m'appelle Kamissa. Je fais de l'art avec une perspective queer, avec une perspective décoloniale. Je m'intéresse beaucoup comme au vecteur de domination sociale, puis à la condition de vie des personnes subalternes. C'était vraiment important pour moi dans la dernière année d'affirmer de plus en plus comme mon identité de genre. Donc, les pièces qui sont dans l'exposition, donc la série Transformation, portent essentiellement sur des moyens de s'auto-valider comme personne trans. Puis la création de ces œuvres-là m'a vraiment permis de me valider, de me sentir bien, de rester à flot, quoi, de rester en vie, à la limite. Fait que je pense que c'est des pièces qui sont vraiment, vraiment importantes dans tout mon processus. J'aimerais que quand les gens vont venir voir mes œuvres dans l'exposition, qu'ils puissent... déjà, c'est des œuvres qui s'adressent aux communautés trans. Fait que c'est sûr que c'est un geste de solidarité, puis si ça peut aider des gens à se sentir valides, tant mieux. Donc, par rapport aux pièces qui se trouvent dans ma série Transformation, je dirais que ça a été un moyen de m'auto-valider durant mon processus de coming out. Ça a été vraiment important pour moi de pouvoir me garder en vie par un processus où je créais des représentations qui me ressemblaient pleinement. Voilà.
My name is Michael Chambers, and I'm a photographer. I've been doing this for quite some time now, and I specialized for quite a while in black and white, analog, so film-based photography. And I'm now really spreading my wings in terms of as I refer to color as the kaleidoscope that it is. And I'm having fun with it. This exhibit at Never Apart is actually tailored for Montreal. It's called Never Apart, Nuance. The inaugural show was the inaugural show was in Chatham, Ontario, close to the U.S. border, and that had a significance in terms of the Underground Railroad. Then that went on tour to Toronto, which is where I had my education, and then to the Thousand Islands, of course, where we had the U.S.-American War, a twig of it, until it sparked. And then I was invited to come to Montreal to Never Apart, which is a spectacular space. I saw the space a year ago and was awestruck. So when I was invited to do this, the answer could be no other than a big yes. The photographs in this exhibit are tailored, yes, to Montreal, and they're over a 25-year period. And for each location it visits, it takes on the energy of the environment and of the culture and of the essence of that environment. So in this case, I want to celebrate Montreal's cultural diversity, cultural ambitiousness, and their cultural innovations. So I push the bar a bit more than I have in other locations. Montreal has always been very inspiring to me, and the city has been inspiring to me because they don't really follow rules, they create rules and always raise the bar themselves. And I think that's something that I've always admired and something I've also thrived as an artist to be myself. When I invite people to see my work, it's really an invitation for them to experience my emotion. I don't tell people how to see it. I invite them to become a part of my journey. And in doing so, I'm asking people or inviting people to bring themselves to the image, as I have in photographing and documenting what I was feeling and seeing and projecting, and hoping that they can bring their own experience, whether it be their likes, dislikes, fears, joys, or simple visions, and therefore interpret what the image means to them. So I'm not dictating what the image implies, or I'm implying something, yes, but I'm not dictating what the image is meant to be. I'm inviting people to create the meaning themselves.